Hello and welcome to How Best to Be to Care with a focus on Daniel Goleman's emotional intelligence. In this short video we'll go through the 5 components of Daniel Goleman's emotional intelligence, the first being self-awareness, and this refers to the capacity to recognize and understand our emotions and to have the sense of how our actions and moods and emotions take an effect on each other. It involves keeping track of emotions and noticing different emotional reactions, as well as being able to identify these emotions correctly. Self-awareness also includes recognizing how we feel and what we do when we feel in a certain way, and have an awareness of our strengths and limitations. Self-awareness is associated with being open to different experiences, new ideas, and learning from other social interactions. The second part is self-regulation. This aspect of emotional intelligence involves appropriate expression of emotion. Self-regulation includes being flexible, coping with change, managing conflict with yourself and others. It refers to diffusing difficult or tense situations and being aware of how one's actions affect others and to take ownership over these actions. It's also about the choices that we make on a day-to-day basis. Do we choose the healthy option? Do we go for our exercise? Do we spend time with family or friends? Or do we wish to undertake other activities? Self-regulation is all about what we do, how often we do it, and the repetition of that. Emotional intelligence focuses really on social skills, and these skills are the communication of our emotional intelligence. And it refers to the interacting well with people. It involves applying understanding of the emotions of ourselves and the emotions of others, and how best to apply some form of communication and interact with these people. Different social skills include listening, active listening, verbal communication skills, non-verbal skills, how we stand, how we look at people, the way that we move around. Communication skills, how we talk, the way we talk, our language used. The leadership also comes in the form of social skills about how we take ourselves through the day and how we develop rapport with all of our team members and patients. Social skills are sort of a nebulous concept as well, in that they can fall into the other categories in these 5 categories, but I think that it's an integral part of emotional intelligence. Number 4 on this list is empathy, and this refers to being able to understand how the other person is feeling. This component of emotional intelligence enables an individual to respond appropriately to other people based on recognizing their emotions. It enables people to sense power dynamics that play a part in all of our social relationships, but most importantly, and most especially those in a workplace. Empathy involves understanding these power dynamics and how these affect feelings and behavior, as well as accurately perceiving situations where power dynamics come into force. I think this is exceedingly relevant within the practice of medicine, being a junior doctor in the team and then becoming more of a senior doctor and becoming a consultant, becoming then a senior consultant. Our job environment is very hierarchical, and that has basis in safety, and that is to some degree appropriate and sensible. But I think we always must ensure that we don't overstep boundaries or stamp authority on others, and understand from their position how it is to be in their position. And to value any power you have or perceive to have. There's situations where we believe we have power and don't, and this lack of empathy or lack of ability to enact our own perceived power becomes a great deal of stress and feeling of injustice to yourself. So I think, coming from a standpoint of understanding perceived power dynamics within the clinical workplace, is exceptionally important. And number 5 in this list is motivation, and when considered as part of emotional intelligence, it refers to this motivation of the self, this intrinsic motivation. what are our motivations coming into our workplace? Do we want to be there to do the best for patients? Are we there to earn money? Are we there to further our educational needs? There's a myriad of things that we are in work to do. But I think that most of us have an intrinsic virtuous component to our work and to the way that we behave. And I believe this is a great foundation to proceed with the betterment of our own emotional intelligence. So this has been an introduction to the 5 components of emotional intelligence: self-awareness, self-regulation, the social skills used to communicate those, empathy, and our intrinsic motivation. So what? This emotional intelligence is all very well and good talking about it, but I believe the key to Daniel Goleman's concept of emotional intelligence is the integration of, first of all, looking at these 5 areas and where you sit or where you believe you sit in these 5 areas. But the real strength of this, of his outlook on emotional intelligence, is the ability to learn and grow, sort of the brain becoming the tree really here in this picture. And this is the beauty of this. If this emotional intelligence can be improved, we can feel better in ourselves, we can feel better working within our teams during the day, and if we work more effectively in our clinical teams, our patients will do better. And this can all happen through the processes that we already engage in reflective learning. And it has been a great benefit to me to view my interactions, to view my dealings with patients and clinical staff through the lens of emotional intelligence, and see how I can improve outcomes for ourselves, our colleagues, and our patients. Thank you.